Shiba Inu prices are about to go through the roof. Shiba Inu token users are living in an exciting time because the token has been doing some really good things lately. The price and market cap of the coin are better than they have ever been. Things seem to be going in the right direction. If you want to learn a lot more about Shiba Inu, don't miss the beginning of this new video. We talk about the latest news about Shiba Inus and the Bitcoin world in general on our channel. If you are watching one of our movies for the first time, we want to give you a warm welcome. You can make sure you never miss a movie by clicking the bell. We will say that this station is giving away 5 million Shiba Inu tokens. To enter, you only need to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a message with the hashtag #ShibaInu. On April 30th, we'll find out who won. Its market capitalization is currently $6.8 billion, and CoinGecko puts it 14th among the top cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. If Shiba can keep up its good work, it should be able to move up to 13th place quickly. Litecoin, which is $6.9 billion, is in that spot right now. I think that gap might be filled in soon. What do you think, guys? Tell us what you think in the comments. As usual, when things like this happen, people have been trying to figure out what could have caused this rise in the market cap value of Shiba Inus. Most people agree that it has something to do with all the changes that have been happening in the Shiba Inu ecosystem for a while now. With all the updates and announcements, it's easy to see how people's trust has been growing, which would naturally lead to more purchases. One of the most recent changes is about the Metaverse, which I talked about in an earlier film. The people working on the project said that the Metaverse should be up and running by December of this year. They said that this project would not be finished by the end of 2023. But users would be able to use and experience many of the features that have a deadline for the launch of the Shiba Inu Metaverse. It must first give the people who hold it hope. There's a group of people who have both hope and money that have been verified. Just by making a small investment, these people became millionaires and billionaires almost overnight. One investor quit his job right away after what happened. I mean, if you were a truck driver and all of a sudden got $1 million, you would probably do the same thing. The former truck driver, whose name is not known, put only $670 into Shiba in 2020, when the coin had just started trading. This means that the investor was there adding another zero, but chose to stay anyway the next year. He was rewarded greatly for his patience in just a couple of months. The $670 investment grew to be worth $1.7 million. We wouldn't have known any of this, which is interesting if the trucker's old boss hadn't come forward and said something. The employee's name was kept secret by the boss. He just seemed really happy for the person who used to work for him. What he wrote on Twitter is below. What would happen if one of my drivers quit because he made $1.7 million with a $670 investment in cryptocurrencies? Never mind. Still, this will make bankers and lawyers who work hard for $100,000 very angry. Some people might wonder why I'm telling the same story over and over again. You've probably heard something like this before. Well, I'm not trying to tell you what to do or anything. Still, it's your job to do your own study before putting money into anything. But you might want to think about stories like this as you think about what to do. But it's not advice about money. So, what can we learn from this story? In a nutshell, could there be honor and a price? He saw that the coins were worth nothing soon after the token was released, but he didn't sell them to other buyers who were in the same situation. Instead, he sold out of fear and later regretted it. Since then, we've already talked about how the development team wants to make sure the Metaverse is at least useful by the end of the year. But it looks like there might be even more news about how Shiba and the games is coming along. Shiba Eternity came out in October of last year, which is not news at all. You also know that Shiba Eternity was made with the help of famous game designer William Volk. Well, he wrote something interesting on Twitter not too long ago. He wrote a description for a picture of two Shiba Inu dogs on a leash, while tagging the official token accounts and the Shiba Eternity account. It must be a sign. No one can figure out why he posted what he did. But what if what Satoshi said about the game earlier this year had something to do with it? In a blog post for Shibarium today, Satoshi Kusama said that the goal of Shiba Forever was to make a good game that the community could use and license. It will turn into a form that gives players something. He said that this plan was still on track while dropping hints about when blockchain would be released. This could be the volcano that tells the people that the growth has begun. Since he helped create the game as a consultant, it would make sense. But he might be hinting at something totally different. Maybe a new game. Or maybe it's just a joke for the community and nothing new is coming. One more thing, and then we'll be done. Shiba Inu is once again setting new records. Right now, there are more long-term investments in Shiba than ever before. It's not strange at all that there are long-term renters. People who own a lot of coins have been in the market for a long time. But Shiba Inu owners seem to be more determined than many other cryptocurrency owners, especially given how the market is doing right now. Just so you really know what I'm talking about, over 60% of the people who own tokens have had them for more than a year. That is, more than 800,000 people have been stubbornly hanging on to their tokens, even when the market doesn't look good. This also means that a lot of people will make a lot of money when the price of Shiba finally hits that penny dream on. If you ask me, that's a good way to look at it. In the meantime, there are a lot fewer people who seem to be tourists. People who have had the pass for a year or less now make up about 30% of all Shiba Inu holders, or between 360,000 and 500,000 people. Only about 3% of the people in the world have had their tokens for less than a month. These numbers show that the token has become more stable and attracted more investors. Many people in the market right now don't seem to be looking for fast cash, which is good. It could mean that in the future there will be less mass migration, but I guess we will just have to wait and see. But I can't help but point out that the number of people who have kept their Shiba Inu tokens for less than a month isn't that high. This makes me think that not many new people have bought Shiba Inu tokens recently. I'm just thinking, though. Tell us what you think in the area below. So, this video has come to an end. Like the video and don't forget to subscribe if you liked it. This helps me a lot with how YouTube works. Also, show as many people as you can this movie. Let's tell everyone about this. If you are a real fan of cryptocurrency, you won't want to miss any of our information. We'll talk about the latest news that affects the whole neighborhood tomorrow.